Well, we have team coverage tonight of the Pentagon document leak arrest. The Department of Defense is now weighing national security implications, reviewing methods of access and accountability. This is all to make sure a classified document leak does not happen again. And joining me now to talk about what comes next is Dr. Albert Klein Jr., professor of international law and relations at the University of Cincinnati. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Just today, the 21-year-old Jack Teixeira appeared in court for the first time. What level of severity can these charges be that he's facing?
Well, Brooke, the charges are as serious as the disclosure. On the gathering and transmitting, he faces a fine up to 10 years in prison or both for each of the counts. As regards to the unauthorized removal of the classified material, he would face a fine, 5 years or both on each of the charges. So this is very serious for a young man.
What comes next in this trial, and how long might this process take?
Well, this process is going to take a little while because there's got to be a lot more investigation. A number of questions have to be answered. For example, is there a conspiracy? Were there more than one person involved? Are there other documents on other sites? How many postings? And how many are there in terms of the counts of the documents? We're not sure of all of that based on the pleadings that was published by the New York Times.
Yeah, we also heard earlier from House Intelligence Committee Chair and Congressman Mike Turner. Let's listen to what he had to say.
This is espionage, and this involves real people. I mean, this can hurt real people, and real people could be killed and lose their lives over leaks of classified information.
Heightened dramatically since Edward Snowden, that leak a decade ago. So is there really a way to stop this?
Well, first of all, most of the people that do this kind of thing do it for one of four reasons: money, ideology, they're compromised, or ego. This appears to be a case of ego. And oftentimes that's the most difficult of the counterintelligence operations to conduct because it's not always clear.
Let's talk about this leak. And do you believe it's expected to change relations with other powers like Russia and China? What could the fallout be in regards to that?
Well, Brooke, it certainly provides the Russian Federation with knowledge about the Ukraine, their intents, their tactics, techniques, and procedures. And this could be tragic. It could prolong the trench warfare we're seeing develop in a stalemate for a long time. And we have it, and this is looking like we're fighting World War I again in the trench warfare, even though we're in the 21st century, 100 years later.
Yeah, this certainly will not be the last of hearing about this story. We're going to be following it every step of the way. Dr. Albert Klein, Jr., professor and educator in international law and relations at the University of Cincinnati, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.